They're getting desperate, gang. They're seeing the writing on the wall, and they're absolutely getting desperate to do anything they possibly can to stop the Trump train. But it ain't gonna work. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. It was a bombshell announcement. Trump just posted it on Truth Social. It looks like Biden's weaponized injustice department is about to do it again. Here's Trump's announcement. Quote, deranged Jack Smith, the prosecutor with Joe Biden's DOJ, sent a letter, again, it was a Sunday night, stating that I am a target of the January 6th grand jury investigation and giving me a very short 4 days to report to the grand jury, which almost always means an arrest and indictment. Now, as I understand it, this really is unprecedented. Former U.S. Attorney Brett Tolman tweeted out that none of this makes any sense. Rarely do you put a target in front of the grand jury because, in the end, they'll only end up pleading the fifth, and you run the risk of compromising your case given due process rights. So none of this actually makes any sense, which suggests to me that the fledgling Biden administration that's plummeting in the polls, I mean, most Democrats don't even want a second Biden term. Democrats have become desperate. They're reading the writing on the walls. They're seeing the polls, okay? The polls of Trump surging all as their candidate implodes. Even the ultra-leftist New Yorker is admitting this. Trump is poised to crush Biden. All the polls are basically showing the same thing. All of them. Quinnipiac, Harvard-Harris, Emerson, New York Times, CNN, they're all showing, all of them, a double-digit swing towards Trump over Biden since 2020. On top of that, we got a new poll out. This is terrifying the Democrats. It's a brand new Echelon Insights poll of likely voters in battleground states. And according to Echelon, where the election held today, Trump would crush Biden by 7 points, 48-41 in battleground states, Michigan, Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. Trump would utterly decimate Biden by 7 points. That's far beyond the margin of fraud that the Democrats can get away with. I mean, Trump is absolutely crushing it. And so now the Injustice Department is trying to indict Trump, or would appear to be indicting Trump, under the charge of insurrection, with the claim being that the 14th Amendment bars a person from running for the office of the presidency if they've been involved in an insurrection against the United States government. So is this it? Have the Democrats found their silver bullet? And are they about to bar President Trump from his successful reelection? Well, we're going to answer that question, and we're going to use our elite's corruption decisively against them. You know exactly what I'm talking about here. Companies like BlackRock, they've been bribing corrupt politicians like Nancy Pelosi with insider trading secrets for decades now. They know a whole host of trading secrets that give them an unfair advantage when picking stocks. But did you know that thanks to a little-known SEC database, guess what? We can have access to those very same secrets. We get to see what stocks these corporate CEOs are buying up in real time, and then we get to piggyback on those trades to gain the same advantage for ourselves that Pelosi and the crooks in D.C. have. My friend Ross Givens, he's been tracking insider trading for years, and his recommendations have led to investment returns of over 200%. Some have hit as high as nearly 1,500%. And according to him, there is simply no better way to beat the market. And now it's your turn. Click on that link below right now and learn how you too can learn to trade like Pelosi. Click on that link and learn how to gain an insider advantage for yourself today. When it comes to the 14th Amendment, it looks like the Democrats have bitten off far more than they can chew. Constitutional scholars are actually very divided over whether the 14th Amendment could be used by Congress to bar someone from running for office. And that's even if they were able to get a majority to go along with it. Remember, Trump was already tried by the Senate for J6. The Democrats passed a ridiculous impeachment. They didn't even deliver impeachment articles to the Senate. It was done so hastily. And the Senate tried Trump, and of course, they acquitted him. As far as they're concerned, this is done. At this point, I don't see any chance of a 14th Amendment getting successfully invoked. And even if it were, it would be subject to judicial review and go through a whole long appeals process. And again, all of this assumes that a federal trial would actually take place before the 2024 election. Look, when all is said and done, D.C. Drano said it best. While we may all be pissed off at this latest indictment, it's not like we don't have a GOP majority in the House to impeach Merrick Garland or Joe Biden for that matter. The Democrats get away with these antics only because a feckless, weak Republican Party allows them to. Let me say that again. The Democrats get away with these absurd antics only because a bunch of feckless, weak, cowardly, donor class controlled Republicans allow them to. I came across a tweet that said it best. We're never going to win until we realize that playing by the rules doesn't work when the other side believes there are no rules. Playing by parliamentary tactics doesn't work when the other side has declared all-out war. And this is a weakness in the Republican Party that the Democrats have thus far been exploiting. They're willing to pursue tactics they know Republicans will never pursue because doing so would destroy our country. Everything, I mean, literally everything the Democrats do is predicated on a simple premise. Were the Republicans to match tit for tat these Democrat antics, then the Republic would quickly descend into a spiral of illegality and chaos analogous to what ended the late Roman Republic. That fact is well known to the cultural Marxists that comprise today's Democrat Party. So the Democrats have assumed the role of the spoiled teen who feels he has a blank check of lawless behavior that his parents would never emulate, given that were adults to do that, it would destroy the family. In other words, the left is acting the way they do because they know that were Republicans to respond in kind by mimicking their own tactics, the end result would destroy the republic that conservatives love. So they're basically holding us hostage to our fidelity to this nation. And what these feckless, cowardly Republicans simply don't get here is the fact that the Democrats, by descending into these lawless, ridiculous antics, have already destroyed the nation. They've already robbed us of the nation that we've always loved. So now the only question is, what the hell are you, the Republicans, going to do to get our nation back? That's what these feckless Republicans are going to have to start asking themselves. They're going to need to, if they expect voters to put them back into office. Are you ready to join the resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead into the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We punished Bud Light and Target, driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy, forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG, and now we're seeing our conservative-dominated Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click the link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today.